Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. We here. We here. We here. Hold on. Let me set up real quick. Shout out to the family. Shout out to Miss Empress. Me_baby. She said, shout out to the FBA family. Shout out to all the family. I know this is a late night live. This is a late night live. Let me hold on. Let me get everything situated. I know we might only have a few people in here tonight because it's so late. It's so late. Shout out to Step and Trim, D1Q. Shout out to you, family. Where's the family listening from? Put your city, put your states in the chat and in the comment section. Put your cities, put your states in the comment section. Let me know where the FBA family is listening in from. Okay? Let me know where the FBA family is listening in from. You did? Shout out to Donnie. Shout out to 314 J-Rock. Yeah, we in here real late on a Thursday. Where my late night people at? We're going to have a late night family in here tonight. We're going to have some late night family in here tonight. You did? We're going to have a late night family in here. DC. Okay, we got Texas in the building. Vegas in the building. Florida. Shout out to the FBA family in Florida. Shout out to the FBA family in Seattle. I've been wanting to go out to Seattle. I've never been to Seattle. Out there in Washington. I heard it's some beautiful scenery, but I heard it rain a lot out there. Okay, so shout out to Seattle. When is a good time to come out to Seattle? Okay, what time of year? Shout out to DC, one of my favorite cities. Shout out to the Bronx, New York, the FBA family in New York, stumping hard. Shout out to Knoxville, Tennessee. Shout out to Trinidad. Okay, we got some international people in here. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, San Bernardino, California. Shout out to you as well. Yeah, man, as y'all can see by the topic, though, at hand, family, the topic we're discussing tonight is the diaspora willing to tell lies in order to stop Black Americans from delineating? Okay, if y'all don't know already, over the last few years, we've been seeing these folks, these non-FBA folks, they've been crashing out, family. They've been crashing out, family. Really crashing out. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Augusta, Georgia. Arlington, Texas. I was just in Arlington. Shout out to Arlington, Texas. Okay. But these folks have really been crashing out on the FBA family. Okay. They've been telling all type of lies. They've been trying to sabotage. They are putting all of their rocks in their bags. Okay. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at us to stop us from delineating, family. So we're going to have a good discussion about that tonight. We're going to have a real good discussion about that. Okay. And we're going to play some receipts and videos. Get some water. It's been hot as hell today. I'm dehydrated. You did, but nonetheless, I'm coming on here to chop it up with the family. But before we do that, first of all, we gotta touch on a few current events, family. A few current events. Number one, shout out to our good brother Carmelo Anthony, family. Have y'all seen the latest developments? Our brother Carmelo Anthony, he got him a new team. Okay, new lawyers for his trial. They're trying to win an appeal for a new trial. Shout out to our brother Carmelo Anthony. Hold on, let me pull this up. This is one of the breaking news. This is part of the breaking news this week, family. Let me share my screen with our good brother Carmelo Anthony. Okay. With our good brother Carmelo Anthony, as you can see, okay, the trial judge, that judge that was over the trial, he's been recused from the new appeal, okay? He's been recused, as he should. As he should. He should have been recused, okay? He's been recused from the trial, family, and that's a great thing. That is an absolute great thing, family. I want y'all to understand that. Hold on. Can y'all see me, family? Can y'all hear me? I saw somebody was saying they couldn't see me. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Shout out to Sexy Red 67 for the super chat. Okay. Sexy Red in here trying to get her a little consciousness. Okay. Shout out to Sexy Red. You dig? But yeah, he's been recused from the trial. Y'all said, okay, my volume's good. He's been recused from the trial, and that's excellent. Remember, this is the same judge. He sat up there and allowed the prosecution to damn near have an all-white jury. Okay, no blacks were on the trial. Okay, he had an all-white jury. He sat up there. He wouldn't allow cameras in the courtroom, so none of us knew what was going on. We had to get our interpretation of what was going on through the white media. You see what I'm saying? Through the white media. He sped the trial up. And then this fool, what was it? 2-3 days after the trial was over, he gets on camera talking about, yeah, the jury made the right decision. Nigga, you're supposed to be non-biased. You're not supposed to be biased towards what side the jury's on. This man's doing interviews after the trial. Yeah, get his ass the hell up out of there. Yeah, get him the hell up out of there. So that judge has been recused. They're bringing in a judge from retirement, and hopefully, okay, he has a mindset of fairness and is trying to see what really happened in the case. Trying to see what really happened in the case, because now that they're doing the retrial, family, all type of new evidence is coming out. All type of new evidence is coming out in our brother Carmelo Anthony's case, which was a railroading, as I told y'all from the get-go. Listen to this video. This is some of the things they've been bringing up in trial, family. Listen to this.
A lot to unpack. Well, let me tell you, Jason, there was a lot to unpack here today. The testimony today included that there are allegations of a history of violence and racist incidents involving Austin and Hunter Metcalf.
Uh-oh. Did y'all hear that, family? Oh, boy. Carmelo's new team is bringing up the fact that there's a long history of violence, okay, and racial epithets being thrown out by the Metcalf brothers, something that people around them and in the area had been saying for the longest. They kept all this out the trial, okay? Because a lot of people have been saying for the longest that knew those brothers that they're bullies, man. Those dudes are bullies, okay? But they purposely kept this out the trial. They made them seem like they were missionaries during the trial. Okay, let's finish.
The courtroom also heard testimony that there was a problem also and some history with Carmelo Anthony's character and background, and both prosecutors and defense attorneys were trying to keep this out of the original trial. Now, Anthony's lead attorney, Mike Howard, took the stand this afternoon, and he testified why he and co-counsel Toby Shook made an agreement with prosecutors to keep that information about the character and background of the Metcalf twins out of this, and also about Carmelo Anthony. Now,
boy, do y'all hear this, family? So Metcalf's lawyer, he's on trial now. He's on the stand, and they're questioning him about why would you make a deal with the prosecution to keep these allegations about the Metcalf, known facts about the Metcalf, not even allegations. These are known facts. They have evidence of this. Why would you keep this out the trial in order to save your client? This is very important to the case, because they're making it seem like the Metcalfs were missionaries over there. Oh my God, they were virgins. They were just baptized. They've never heard a soul in their life. Okay? I told you, these folks be in cahoots. These white lawyers be in cahoots with the system of white supremacy. They'll take a L in order for the system of white supremacy to take a win. They'll take a L. They'll let their client take a L so they can take a win, and they can stick in the boys club, that country club that they got. Okay. So now he's up there explaining. He's like, well, I did that because, well, they had some stuff against Carmelo's character. Well, shit, they've already dogged Carmelo's character. Okay. They've been one-sided dragging Carmelo's character the whole damn trial. But let's finish. Let's see what else they got to say.
Howard testified that the defense learned that there were more than 53 incidents involving Austin and Hunter Metcalf in which they're accused of fighting, assaulting other students, and using racial slurs against black students. He also testified that in a couple of cases they were accused of assaulting young women, and that teachers had complained that sometimes they were making derogatory comments towards teachers. And Howard said that some of those incidents went all the way back for years and showed a history and a pattern of violence and aggressive behavior on the part of Hunter and Austin Metcalf.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's coming out now in the new trial. Okay, family, this is why they're pushing for appeals. See, Mike Howard set his ass up there and allowed them to get passed off as saints. And I told you, remember, when the Metcalf's father came out and called Carmelo a watermelon felon, I knew them boys weren't saints right then and there. If that's the man who's raising them, oh, I know they got some dirt. I know they got some dirt. Oh, yeah, y'all remember that? Austin Metcalf's father. Go look that up, family. Go look that up. I don't have that in my receipt bucket right now, and I don't want to spend 5-10 minutes finding that. But Austin Metcalf's father came out right after Carmelo was sentenced to 35 years and started talking about he was a damn watermelon felon. Oh, they got racial immediately. I told you then them boys have been using racial slurs, and they were suspected little white supremacists running around there. To even have the audacity to tell somebody, oh, get out of my tent. Your public school tent. Okay? So it's all coming out now, family. It's all coming out, and that's good. This is why you continue to fight. You pivot. Don't never surrender. Don't never walk around here with your head low. And don't listen to some of these Negroes. Remember, you had a lot of Negroes who are still coming out talking about, man, we got to admit that Carmelo was guilty. He shouldn't have did that. Like hell, he shouldn't have. These big 6 foot plus, 200 plus pound suspected white supremacists running down on him that are known to be bullies. They got all this history of violence. And our brother who has epilepsy can't defend himself. And he's damn what, 5'6", 150 pounds soaking wet. Yes, indeed. Our brother Carmelo Anthony practiced his Second Amendment, the right to defend himself. Okay? In a stand your ground state. Shout out to the brother Carmelo Anthony. Brother, we hope you come home soon. Yes, indeed. We hope you come home soon. Somebody said, is this live? Yes, this is live. Yes, this is live. And speaking of that, let me get some mods in here, family, because I forgot I got to mod some people up before we get started. Because once we get into the meat of the conversation, because some of my mods that I have normally on here, they probably sleep right now. They probably sleep. I know it's late. It's 12:30. I'm super late. My late night family. This is one for the late night people. Let me mod some people up. Empress, Miss Empress, let me mod you up. I see you in here sometimes. So let me go ahead and mod you up, Queen. Let me mod you up. Because we gotta have, because the trolls gonna come in here heavy. Hold on 1 second. Let me mod you up, Queen, if you don't mind. If you're gonna be in the building for a little minute, let me mod you up. Okay, let me see. Let me mod you up. Who else do I need to mod up? Let me see some more names that I'm familiar with that are always in here. They're always locked in. They're always in here. Miss Empress is always in here. Let me not mod up Donnie C. I always see Donnie C. Let me mod you up, brother. If y'all gonna be in here for a little minute, let me mod you up. Okay, we want to get some mods in here to regulate the room. Because we didn't start it off hot. We didn't start it off coming after the system of white supremacy. And you know that sends a trigger to their little bots all across the internet. And let me mod up one more. Let me mod up Neek Hawk 874. Neek Hawk 874. Let me mod you up. Okay. Okay. Yes, indeed. I should have did that at the beginning, but shout out to the family. So yeah, man, like I say, man, salute to our brother Carmelo Anthony. A lot of the evidence is coming out now in this trial. They've already got that suspected white supremacist judge off the case. And by the way, I think after he did that, if I'm not mistaken, didn't that judge, didn't he retire? Didn't he say that was his last case he was going to do? Okay. If I'm not mistaken, now don't quote me on that, but I think he said that was his last case he was going to do. So he went ahead and got that victory for systematic white supremacy, and then he bounced. Okay, he bounced. So yeah, our brother's good. We're going to get that 35 years off his back. Okay. But what this shows us is, remember two things, family. I was telling y'all during this case, sometimes when we're in these, our backs is against the wall and we're going against the system of white supremacy, oftentimes we think, okay, well, let me hire a good white person to defend me. And I think that's what Carmelo Anthony's family was thinking. Okay, man, let me get this Judge Mike Howard. He's a white guy. He can kind of appeal to the moral compass of white people. Since we're going to have this all white jury or mostly white jury deep in Texas. He's a Texas lawyer. A lot of times, family, these white folks, well, they'll take an L purposely on your case. okay, in order to stay in their little white supremacist boys club. Just like Ben Shapiro, family. Remember during that OJ trial? Remember Ben Shapiro during the OJ trial? He was trying his best to sabotage OJ. Okay? That was OJ's original lawyer, Ben Shapiro. He was trying his best to sabotage that trial. He was trying to say, well, OJ, just say you did it. Just say you did it and I can get you a plea deal. And OJ's like, nigga, I didn't do it. I'm not going to say I did something that I didn't do. Okay? He was trying to get him to take a plea deal. And then OJ had to get some consciousness about him because OJ was over there with them white folks. Okay? OJ had to get his nigga wake up call and say, let me call in some brothers. Okay? In coming our good FBA brother, Johnny Cochran, who said, okay, let's step aside, nigga. Let me quarterback this thing. Johnny Cochran said, no. We're going to make this case what this case is about. We're going to put white supremacy on trial because that's all this case is about. You dig? They accusing OJ of in 20 minutes time going over there, turning into Bruce Lee in some Bruno Mali shoes with a damn mask on at what, 50 plus years old over there whooping his ass, whooping Ron Goldman's ass, killing Nicole Brown Simpson, and then driving halfway across town and catching a flight to go shoot a Hertz commercial. All in a span of like 20, 30 minutes. And the only thing they got to show is, well, OJ had a cut on his finger. Where do you think the cut came from? This man been fighting somebody who was a trained martial artist, which Ron Goldman was. A lot of people forget that. This dude was a trained martial artist. Okay? He's over there fighting Ron Goldman, and all he got is a little cut on his finger. And this is not prime OJ. This is not OJ playing in the league. This is an older OJ. Huh? And he went to go do all these in some high-end designer shoes. Really? Really? And the dude who finds everything about the case is a known white supremacist, Mark Furman, who was a known white supremacist. Dude sound like Adolf Hitler when they start playing them tapes of him. So Johnny Cochran said, let me put all this into its right perspective. This is what's going on. This is the system of white supremacy, railroading another black man. And he won the trial, as he should. Yeah, as he should, man. And they're still butthurt about that to this day, by the way, family. They're still butthurt about OJ getting off to this day. Yeah. Oh, they're still very butthurt. They don't even tell you, family. A lot of people don't know. At that restaurant that Nicole Brown Simpson worked at, and no disrespect to her, I hope that her family gets justice for whoever murdered her. Remember, there were several people, if I'm not mistaken, I know for at least one or two who were killed at that restaurant in the same fashion, a very gruesome fashion. Because people were saying there was all type of drug deals going on in and out that Messalina. What was it called? What was that restaurant called? Family that Nicole Brown Simpson was working at. And that Ron Goldman was also working at. Okay? It was all type of drug deals. There was a couple people killed out of that restaurant. They don't mention that. They just make it about OJ, who was so hurt that he couldn't have his white woman back. He left and went over there in this rage and unalived Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, and then went to go catch a flight. When there's a known fact that Nicole Brown Simpson was writing letters talking about how she wanted to get back with OJ. So if OJ wanted her back, he could have had her back. Okay? But yeah, I spin that back to say that these white lawyers like Mike Brown, okay, like Ron Shapiro, they will take an L to please the white supremacists and to stay in their boys club because they understand there's consequences for getting a black man off. There are consequences, especially when that black man is accused of unaliving a white person. You dig? There's consequences. Ben Shapiro and them talked about this. People were looking at them with the side eye. This is how the Kardashians started hooking up with the black community. The Kardashians were exiled. They weren't allowed to walk into white establishments and back into the white community. They were looked at as pariahs. They were like, y'all defended OJ. See, they sent the message during that trial that, nigga, you better take a dive, if anything. Okay? So understand that, family. Understand that. These white folks ain't going to say you need to be in the Negro Leagues. Okay? Thinking the white man ice is colder, thinking white folks are going to be your saviors and they're going to get you freedom and equality, X, Y, Z. That's very rare and far and in between. It's very rare that you have a John Brown out here, family. So you have to understand that. And speaking of understanding that, let's move on to the next topic, because this was a big case, not a big case, I should say, but this was something that went viral for the last couple of weeks.
Right.
Okay, now some of you might not know this gentleman. This gentleman is Rashad Bilal. This gentleman is Rashad Bilal. He runs and he's the founder of EYL. How many of you know about EYL? Earn Your Leisure. Get a little sip. Earn Your Leisure. Now, Earn Your Leisure is a very popular financial channel, Black financial channel. I watch Earn Your Leisure. I like Earn Your Leisure. I think they put out some good information. I don't agree with everything, but nonetheless, I think they put out some good information. Okay, not perfect, but I think they, like I say, they give a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and information for people who are not financially literate in the community. Salute them for that. Okay, now the last few weeks, they've been kind of under a lot of controversy. Okay, it started off with a couple weeks ago before their event Invest Fest. You dig? They were up in New York and they kind of crapped on the city of Atlanta. Okay, they kind of crapped on the city of Atlanta. They said, hey, man, Atlanta, where they host Invest Fest, the city doesn't support them. And this is what they said. Now, they later came back and tried to smooth it out and said, hey, man, we weren't talking about the people of Atlanta. We were talking about the politicians of Atlanta, and even some of the politicians in Atlanta. That's one thing y'all got to understand about the politicians in my city, Atlanta. These niggas be clapping back. A lot of the politicians from Atlanta are actually from Atlanta, born and raised in Atlanta. Okay? Yeah, they went to Atlanta public schools. They're not from New York. They ain't from Arizona. They didn't move over here from Wisconsin. You got a lot of FBAs in politics that are actually born and raised in the city of Atlanta, who are actually from Atlanta, that are in politics down there. So they started kind of clapping back at Invest Fest. They were like, hey, dude, hey, what you talking about? You came down here for a reason. You came down here because Atlanta does support. Nonetheless, they smoothed it over. They brought the mayor to Invest Fest. They had a conversation. And Invest Fest did very good this year. Invest Fest had over 31,000 people. I would say 90 to 95% of them were Black. Okay? Huge financial conference. They did record numbers this year. This was their highest ever ticket sales, amount of ticket sales, over 31,000 tickets. Okay? And these tickets aren't necessarily cheap. These tickets like $250 a ticket. Okay, that's not a lot to me in the grand scheme of things, but nonetheless, I understand that that's not just $250 don't just grow on a tree, as my grandma used to say. You did, people saved up, especially when you're traveling from out of town. All right, and so I guess they were feeling themselves, and Rashad, because a lot of people were kind of getting on them about the city of Atlanta, and you had some people who don't really like EYL, and they came out, and he came out popping it. So let's listen to this, family. Let's listen to
But
that.
I'm not even on the Black thing no more. I never was on the Black thing. Not a Black event. Because I seen somebody else that said that, like, it was white people. Yeah, they're qualified to be there. Like, what do you mean? Like, you think I'm going to cater just to Black people just to get torn down by Black people? You out of your fucking mind. There's going to be even more white people next year. And Spanish and the Filipinos, of course. Like, I'm done. It's been real. Yeah. Well, yeah. For what? The only thing you're gonna do is criticize it and tear it down. And not pay and want to get it for free anyway.
Okay. Hold on now. Shout out to Boyce Watkins. He was breaking it down. Oh Lord, y'all listen. A lot of people have this thing for some reason that Black just can't be right. Black is not good enough. Black is just, it's like a dirty word almost to have a Black audience. When you do things that are catered to Black folks, it's like, Yeah, I do it. It's almost like charity work. Why do people take the black dollar for granted, family? That's a big question we have. Even other black people. And I think he was speaking out of anger. And let me be clear, because Rashad is somebody who, you know, I noticed that when people critique him, he calls them a hater, X, Y, and Z. I'm not a hater of Earn Your Leisure. I actually appreciate what they do. I watch Market Mondays all the time. This was the first Invest Fest I did not go to. Invest Fest, they've had 7 Invest Fests. I've been to 6 of them. I've been to the first one, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. This was the first year I did not go to Invest Fest because I was out of town. And not only did I go to Invest Fest, I had a vendor booth at Invest Fest. So I spent thousands of dollars at least every year, at least $2,000 every year at Invest Fest. Okay, not to mention, you know, the other vendors, me buying from other vendors, X, Y, and Z. Okay, so I'm not a hater. I put thousands of dollars in EYL's pockets. You dig? Thousands of dollars, but we got to call a spade a spade. Okay, we got to call a spade a spade. We have to stop being afraid to play in the Negro Leagues, family. Stop being afraid to play in the Negro Leagues. The Negro Leagues was the most popular league. The Negro League was the best league. The Negro League has the best talent, okay? Has the best upside potential, has the culture. Stop running from being labeled black, because that's what I hear a lot of people do. They run from the label being called black or being called a black event. This is black business. We cater to black people. There is nothing wrong with catering to your people. I really want y'all to understand that. I love family. When I tell y'all, man, I love and appreciate y'all, I don't give a damn if I never make a crossover dollar, because that's what ends up what it's being about. He's saying, hey, man, next year we're going to have more white people and Filipino people. We're going to have all these other people. Who gives a damn? Them people ain't moving culture. Them people ain't moving culture, family. Foundational Black Americans are the ones moving culture. We are the economic backbone. We are the cool factor of America. We are the reason that you were able to sell 31,000 tickets. It's not because you got a cosign from white folks. Let's be clear. The reason why you wanted to come in a city like Atlanta is because you knew Atlanta has a lot of prominent foundational Black Americans who are going to support. But people have this thing, once they get the support of Black folks, then they start speaking down to Black folks. We got a bad habit of that in our community. Stop taking the black dollar, then turning around and wagging your finger at Black people. That's irresponsible, especially when it's based off of a few haters who are not moving the needle. They're clearly not moving the needle. Okay, because you just sold your record high amount of tickets. Now you're taking all that momentum, all that black dollar, that Black influence, that Black power, and you're sabotaging it. Don't do that, brother. Don't do that. Yeah, that's a form of treason. That's a form of treason. But a lot of people do this. And let's be clear, most of their speakers are Black. Most of their people at their conference are Black. Like I said, I've been to it every year. It's black as hell over there. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's black as hell at Invest Fest. It's rare. You see, like, even when I have the vendor booths and stuff like that, everybody who has purchased my books, anybody who supported me at Invest Fest, anybody I met at Invest Fest has been Black. You dig? It's very few non-Black people there. And if you do have some non-Black people, they're like kind of like part of corporations. Sometimes they have sponsors there, X, Y, and Z. They're part of them. Very few white people, though. Very few like Latinos, anything. It's strictly Black. So you're getting support from the Black community. Don't run away from that. Because now a lot of people look at you as hypocrites, and they've been facing a lot of criticism all week. A lot of people look at them as hypocrites now. because a lot of people paint themselves as black when it's convenient, which we're going to talk about. This is the same thing the tethers do. When it's convenient, me black too, we all black. Support black businesses. Oh, niggas love to do this when they get started. Support black businesses. We trying to do something for the black community. We out here shining light on black businesses. Blackity black, black, black. The moment you get to a certain level, man, I ain't on the black thing, man. These niggas just gonna tear you down. Well, hell, they didn't tear you down. You keep going up in sales every year. Where's the tearing down at? You're doing record numbers. How are black people tearing you down? Damn near all of your guests are black. Your cosigns are black. You got Steve Harvey now. You got all these black celebrities. You're clearly eating off black culture. You dig? But some folks, unfortunately, they think the white man's ice is colder. They think that, hey, man, if I can just cross over to the white money, I'll be straight. You won't. You won't. You won't, family, because, and if you do get a financial compensation, it's going to come with your business being lost in the sauce. A lot of times when you see white people take over certain businesses, everything changes. Who they target changes. Okay, the product changes. The message changes. Okay, look at Essence Fest. Essence Fest got all them damn white sponsors now. People complaining about Target being in there. They didn't turn that shit into a goddamn Pan-African Day festival. Because they try to put Richard Lou Dennis out there. But remember, Richard Lou Dennis, man, this dude getting all type of white money. They have all type of white sponsorship, Target, everything else. So yeah, the message begins to change after a while. So don't get lost in the sauce. And that's what I talked about last week. Be rooted in Black American culture. Okay? Let your people be your stable base that you grow and propel off of. And you bring those people with you. Don't speak down on your people just because you're frustrated over what some haters say online, over what naysayers say online. Embrace the criticism. Listen to the criticism. Because that's another thing. This is a thing we have to do as Black business owners. Listen to critique. When y'all give me critique on here, I have to listen. Every time somebody critique you, ain't them hating on you. Sometimes they see something more for you. They like, hey, Brother Chase, what you said, that's not really correct. You got to stop saying that. That's misleading. That's pushing misinformation. That's why I always tell y'all, let me humble myself and let me go do some research. Let me humble myself and let me see what the family is talking about. Everybody ain't hating. Okay? Listen to the consumer, because those consumers are the ones feeding you. Those consumers are the ones taking money out their pocket and going to your events. Those consumers are the ones who made you who you are. The Negro Leagues made me who I am. Okay? The Negro Leagues. It was the foundation of Black American family that put money in my pocket. Y'all are the ones who are subscribed to this channel. Y'all are the ones constantly supporting me. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that, family. So it's a hand in hand. We got to stop looking at the consumers as business owners. We got to stop looking at consumers as just like little pawns on the board that we can talk to any type of way. No, you can't. We feed off each other. The consumer needs the businesses and the business owners, and the business owner needs the consumers. So understand that, family. And understand the white man ice ain't colder. All these other groups are not going to support you like you think they are. And then when they don't support you, then when they tear you down, you want to lean on the Black American community again, because that's what happens a lot of times. They get sabotaged, their business gets taken over, they didn't hostile took over your business. Then you want to run to the Negroes. Hey, man. Hey, Black folk, can you believe these white folk, man, did this to me? No, nigga. Like Omarosa. Y'all remember when Trump office kicked Omarosa out? She came around us. Hey, big head. hey, big head. Hey, Black folk. Can you believe these white devils did that to me? Nah. Nah, yeah, they want to hit us. They want to hit us with the hey big head every time times get hard. No, don't hit us with the hey big head. Stay on that side. You want to play in the MLB, you want to play with the white folks, you want to be in the white man's league, go ahead and stay in the white man's league. We'll stick to the Negro League. I'm letting y'all know I'm a Negro League Hall of Famer. I'm not trying to do no crossover. I done had conversations with this about my family, with my family. I had people in my family. Hey man, you got a good book, man, but if you tone it down a little bit and maybe not use the word black, use persons of color, people of color, because we need allyship. That allyship is gonna help you grow. I'm good, nigga. I'm gonna stay batting 350 in the Negro leagues. I'm good playing in the Negro leagues. It's the best league. It's the league that everybody eat off of anyway. I'm good. Okay? Get comfortable being around black folks. Get comfortable speaking to black people. Now, if other people want to listen to what I'm saying, that's fine too. If a Caribbean person, if an African person says, hey, Chase, man, I think you got a lot of good information in your books. I want to bring you out to speak about foundational Black Americans, or to speak about Jamaican culture that you talk about in your book, or Caribbean culture. Perfectly fine. But I'm not finna bend, I'm not finna shake, I'm not finna bend my spine to make you comfortable. I'm a Negro League Hall of Famer. And I love it. Every second of it, family. And that's not limiting me. Let's be clear. We are the most diverse group of people on the planet Earth. I'm talking about foundational Black Americans. You don't get these inventions. You don't get these art forms that comes out of our culture if we're not a diverse people, if we're not an open-minded people. Being rooted around your people helps you grow. It don't limit you. People act like black folks is being around black folks limit you. Oh man, you need to get out there and see the world. Nigga, we are the world. The world sees us. The world is taking from us. Hell, what are you talking about? No, this don't limit me. It helps me grow. It helps me achieve more. I love being around my people. My people motivate me. My people are like a charging base. Ain't nobody gonna gas you up like black folks. Y'all know this, family. Y'all know this. You get around, man, you get around some FBA sisters and they start giving you compliments. Nigga, that shit have you feeling good as hell. Boy, that shit gas your ass up. A black woman, for a black man, a black woman giving you compliments, giving you some game, knowledge, wisdom, and information, man, that shit have you running through a wall. Same thing. Sisters know this too. FBA brothers gassing you up, man, giving you good knowledge, wisdom, and information, giving you a support base, man, they have you feeling on top of the world. No other culture can do that for you. I don't give a damn if you go, he talking about getting Filipino people. What the hell Filipino people gonna do for you? But have you cater to them. Because let's be clear, other groups make you cater to them. You're gonna have to put their name on the billboard flyer. Yeah, let's be clear. That's a charging base. Embrace it. Get rooted in your culture. You are phenomenal people, foundational Black Americans. Nothing to run from, nothing to be ashamed of. You coach yourself in your heritage. You coach yourself in your lineage. You bask in it. And I promise you, if you do that, you will grow. You will be on top of the world. Once we get behind you, we move mountains. Look at some of the most famous people in the world. They're from our culture. Their base was foundational Black Americans. Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5, when he was around here dancing as a little boy, we got behind him. Muhammad Ali, rooted in our culture. These are figures that are known across the world. You can go over to places they don't even speak English. They know Ali. I was just watching a video the other day of a kid in the Philippines. He got a damn Allen Iverson jersey up on his wall with an Allen Iverson poster. They around there. Philippines is real big on basketball. They got Allen Iverson jerseys. You go over to China, they got nothing but Kobe statues. Nigga, once we get behind you, once foundational Black Americans give you that cosign, you are global. Don't nothing get bigger than a cosign, a stamp from FBA. Nothing. Show me any comparison. Show me any comparison of anybody who gives you a stamp and you become a global superstar overnight. FBAs are the only people who can do that for you, family. And remember that. So don't get away from the black thing, Brother Rashad. And I say this out of love. I understand people going to take it whatever way they want to take it, but I'm saying this out of love because I'm going to Invest Fest next year. I haven't given up on you. I think you just said that out of frustration. But I'll be going to Invest Fest next year. But come on now, you on a slippery rope now. You done came for my city. You done came for Atlanta. Now you talking about you not really on the black thing now. 3 strikes and your ass is out. Okay, 3 strikes and your ass is out now. You dig? But let's get to the main topic at hand. Let's get to the main topic at hand. Let me get a little hydration. I've been trying to get 1 gallon of water a day, 1 jug of water a day. It's been doing great for me, you know. Today I was a little slack though, a little slack on my water a day. But let's get on the main topic. The main topic of the day, family.
Question.
Oh, Lord, that we're talking about. You know, we back on these tethers. Is the diaspora willing to tell lies in order to stop Black Americans from delineating? Let me ask that again. Is the diaspora, and I use that term loosely, I really don't like using that word, but it's a common word that we all understand. Are they willing to tell lies in order to stop Black Americans from delineating? Now, there was a clip this week on social media that went viral with this Haitian woman. She was out here talking crazy about foundational Black Americans. Let me see if I can get her name real quick. She's a Haitian lady. Okay, she was out here talking crazy online, telling a gang of lies. Now, I'm the type of person that I really don't like going off social media clips. I like getting the full context of the conversation. But boy, when you get the full context, it's even worse, okay? It's even worse. Let me see. Let me pull up her name real quick. It's like Sunset Monet or something like that. That's her IG name, Sunset Monet. All right. Now she's kind of like she's a TV host allegedly on this Afro TV. I've never heard of Afro TV. But nonetheless, she's a Haitian. Okay. And they got a gang of Caribbeans up there. It seems like it's like, but every one foundational Black American, it's like 9 non-FBAs up there. Okay. So they went on this rant, and we got to break this down, family. Let's listen to this. This is alone. This is 11 minutes. Y'all buckle up y'all seatbelts. It's late night. Now, if you got to go to work early in the morning, you might need to just log off right now because this shit gonna keep you up all night. You know how some things people say just make you stay up all night. Like, I can't believe you would say some shit like that. You dig? My parents were like that. My parents would whoop my ass for doing something, and they'll be still talking about it 3 days later. I can't even believe you would do that after I told you not to do it. Pass me my belt again. Like, God damn, I didn't already got a whooping. You see what I'm saying? It's certain things these tethers say that just be like, God damn, why would you even say that? That's just a bold-faced lie. This is one of those videos. So if you need to go to sleep right now. Nonetheless, let's get into it.
I don't think that's the question at hand anymore. We clearly.
And by the way, a little context. So they've been speaking about some of these Haitians, they're getting deported. TPS has ended. And so a lot of them, they're being forced, if they're trying to work through some trials and tribulations, they're being forced to put on ankle monitors. Okay, so they're speaking in this context. This is what caused this whole conversation. But here's this Haitian chick, Sunset Monet.
Know that the United States has an issue directly with Haiti itself, right? Mm-hmm. Haiti was the first republic country in the world to free itself of slavery. And I think when we keep forgetting that, then we come back to here where we're asking questions that we kind of already know the answer to, because we got to understand that Haiti itself was one of the richest in the economy, actually in the world. At one point, Haiti's dollar was the same amount as the US dollar.
Huh? Okay. Well, family, let me know. Let me humble myself. Like I said again, I'm big on humbling myself because I'm not gonna act like I know everything. When was Haiti ever considered one of the richest in the world? When was Haiti ever considered an economic power? Can anybody let me know that? Let me know that, family. When was Haiti ever considered an economic power, especially on the same level with the United States of America? Okay. I just want to ask a question because maybe I'm missing something, family. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's continue.
Literally the same amount, okay? So we're talking about in 1914, around 1915, U.S. Marines walked into Haiti, walked into their national bank and robbed Haiti of $500,000 worth of gold, pure gold. And you know what?
And that's very true, and the United States should pay Haiti back their gold. Okay? When you're speaking facts, I'm with you every time. Okay? When you're right, I'm with you every time. That's a fact, and the United States government needs to pay back that gold it stole from Haiti in the early 1900s during that hostile takeover. No issue with that.
They did. They sent it back to New York and they stored it. And now this bank, this National Bank of New York, is called, guess what? Citibank. And so the very people that were the reason why Wall Street even has it standing today is because of Haiti. And Haiti.
Oh, Lord, you get easy. See, this is why you got to be careful, family. There's an old saying that if you give a tether an inch, they'll take it a mile. Tethers are real good. Tethers will throw a little truth in there. And then once you say, oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. They'll take it a mile. Gotcha, bitch. That's what they'll do. Gotcha. As soon as you nibble on that truth a little bit, you look up and your whole tooth out. They didn't snatch everything. So they'll do little things. They'll say, Haiti was the first Black independent republic. And you'd be like, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah. And we freed everybody. Huh? And then they'll try to make it seem like you attacking the fact that they said they were the first Black independent republic. Like that's true. And you freed a couple Black folks in the surrounding countries. You didn't free everybody. They'll say things like, hey, man, United States came down in the early 1900s and stole our gold. Yeah, that's true. And the United States was wrong for that, sister. They were very wrong for that. Yeah. And that gold was used to build Wall Street. That's what funded Wall Street. Whoa, 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 whoa. Flag on the play. Hold on. You give a tether an inch, they'll take it a mile. This is a common theme with tethers. Start off with a little truth, and then they'll stretch that truth so much it becomes a lie. Okay? Wall Street was already in existence long before any gold was taken out of Haiti, family. In fact, the people who built the wall for it to be called Wall Street were enslaved foundational Black Americans. Some of the first stocks and bonds on Wall Street were enslaved foundational Black Americans. That's why it's called stock, because we consider property in bondage, stocks and bonds. We were stock property. We were not considered human beings in bondage. And those human beings that were in bondage built the wall for it to be called Wall Street. That's the true history of Wall Street. Let's be clear. When you start acting like Wall Street started with some gold that was stolen out of Haiti in the 1900s, that's trying to do revisionist history. And we can't allow you to do that. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, family. Let's play a little bit more. Oh, Lord. Brace yourself. If you crashing out over listening to this, brace yourself. Here we go. Let's take it back a little bit. We don't want to miss anything.
And so the very people that were the reason why Wall Street even has it standing today is because of Haiti. And Haiti also helped us when we were facing the Civil War. A lot of Black Americans think after slavery, oh, we just happened to get funding from banks. No, my love, the reason that you were even able to fund what was it? I'm sorry, I'm getting a brain fart. What was it? Not Tuskegee, Tuska, Oklahoma, one of those.
Oh, you talking about
the bombing? And
Yes,
being
yes.
able, okay.
How were we
Black Wall
able to
Street.
Black Wall
Wall
Street?
Street.
There you go. Thank you so much. But the reason we were able to fund Black Wall Street, and I want people to fact check me here, is because Haiti was actually funneling a lot of money here to help Black Americans get their first loans. So,
Oh Lord, these tethers family. Who told you this? Who told her that? So let's review, family. Let's review. Haitians built Wall Street. It was the funds from Haiti. It was some gold stolen out of Haiti in the early 1900s that was used to build Wall Street. Then it was that gold that Haitians had that they used to fund our Black Wall Streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay. Then she said Haitians fought in the Civil War. Lord, we got so much to break down. Oh Lord, let's start with the latter. The Haitians fought in the Civil War. That is cap. Wasn't no Haitians fighting in the damn Civil War. Plain and simple. Now, she might be confusing the Civil War with the American Revolution. There were a handful of Haitians who fought in the American Revolution back in 1776, in the 1770s. Okay, during the siege of Savannah. I've actually seen the statue. I'm from Georgia. So Savannah is like, Savannah, that's kind of like our beach getaway. Savannah, beautiful location, is right there on the beach, Tybee Island, all that. They got a statue for those Haitian soldiers who fought during the American Revolution. Let's be clear, they also fought under the French. Okay, there was no free and independent Haiti. They weren't fighting as Haitians who just have their own land and own country and they want to support the United States. They were fighting as Frenchmen. Okay, let's be clear. Also, let's be clear about those Haitians who fought during the American Revolution. No disrespect to them, rest in power to them, but they got their ass whooped during the American Revolution. Truth be told, let's keep it a buck. They got their ass whooped during the siege of Savannah. In fact, that was one of the longest held forts by the British. Okay, during the American Revolution, they whooped y'all ass and they held that fort to the damn end of the American Revolution. That was like the last fort. America had to come down there and get it. So y'all didn't put up no damn resistance. So I guess that 1804 energy, when it hadn't cultivated yet, they got their ass whooped down there. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. So even if you wanted to try to say, oh, we were instrumental in the American Revolution, the United States winning the American Revolution, you weren't. You got ran over. You got stepped on. You got toasted, booted, kicked to the side, boxed up. What my youngins say, packed up and smoked on. That's what happened to you during the American Revolution. You didn't even fight in the fucking Civil War. What are we talking about? You had nothing to do with the Civil War. The reason the Union won the Civil War is because of one group of people that was foundational Black Americans who by 180,000 fought for the Union side, who Abraham Lincoln said himself he could not have won this without the Negroes. You dig? That's what the whole Emancipation Proclamation was all about, family. Remember, before the Emancipation Proclamation, what did you have? You had the War of Gettysburg. Remember, during the War of Gettysburg, that was in Pennsylvania. The Confederacy had already moved up north. They were whooping the North's ass. I really want y'all to understand history, family. During the Civil War, the Confederacy was the power. The Confederacy had the money. They had the resources. They had all the military schools. The military schools were in the South. They were the ones who were really about that life. The North was kind of, they were cool. They were working in factories, X, Y, and Z. But the X factor that the North needed, the Union needed, was FBAs. They needed those people come hell for high water, were willing to break those shackles and chains by any means necessary, who were willing to prove themselves and put their life on the line. You dig? So when Abraham Lincoln wrote that Emancipation Proclamation, that was about turning the tides of the war. They were coming off one of the bloodiest wars in history of the United States. You dig? Prior to that, the Battle of Gettysburg, Confederacy had already moved up north. They needed foundational Black Americans like Robert Smalls to start stealing Confederate ships, giving them key intel. They needed foundational Black Americans like Harriet Tubman, who we give credit for being one of the key pioneers of the Underground Railroad and the phenomenal things she did getting our people from the South to the North and on their way to freedom. But Harriet Tubman was one of the greatest spies for the Union. She gave away key intel, key insight. Because again, a lot of these Northerners weren't really coming down South like that. They needed somebody who knew these different pathways, these different avenues. How can we outflank them? How can we get around them? Who better than Queen Mother Harriet Tubman, who know the lay of the land like the back of her hand? Foundational Black Americans. They needed foundational Black Americans like Christian Fleetwood, who was awarded a Medal of Honors for his victories in battle. You dig? That's who won the Civil War. We're not going to let you do revisionist history and just straight up and down lie. Wasn't no damn Haitians coming over here winning the damn Civil War. These folks have lost their mind, family. That's why I always say you can't really reason with tethers. Tethers are just, they're diabolical, family. They're just on a mission. I really want y'all to understand the truth about this history. Then she said, what else did she say? Lord, I forgot my train of thought. What else did she say? Oh, she said that Haitians were secretly funding Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. Cap. Where? Show me. Let me humble myself, family. Have you ever heard anything about them funding Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street? I've never heard that story a day in my life because it didn't happen. It's fictitious. And the source in which you got that from was from your dreams. Then you woke up and snapped out of that shit. That shit's never been true. You talking about you were funding Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, family? Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street was created from the mud, from the soil of foundational Black American ingenuity. Came from brothers like O.W. Gurley coming out of Arkansas, wanted to build a better community for his people. It came from foundational Black Americans in that deep Jim Crow South. Places like Mississippi, more specifically Greenwood, Mississippi, where foundational Black Americans came out of that area and went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's why Tulsa, Oklahoma's Black Wall Street, that district was called the Greenwood District, because majority of those people came from Greenwood, Mississippi, which ironically decades later became considered the place where Black power was popularized. A place where Stokely Carmichael got in and soaked up that knowledge, wisdom, and information. We built that out the mud, through blood, through sweat, through ingenuity. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street is ours. And let's just say, let's play God's advocate. Let's just say Haiti did fund Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, and we needed the Haitians to fund it. Then how do you explain the dozens of other Black Wall Streets across this country? How do you explain Auburn Avenue, where I'm from, Atlanta, popping Black Wall Street? How do you explain Jackson Ward, Virginia, popping Black Wall Street? How do you explain Harlem, popping Black Wall Street? All of these are going on simultaneously while Tulsa, Oklahoma is also popping. Huh? How do you explain the Villa over in St. Louis? Shout out to the St. Louis family. They're Black Wall Street, prominent Black neighborhood out there. Huh? How do you explain the block in Asheville, North Carolina? How do you explain the Ville in Jacksonville, Florida? Got its own railway systems and shit. How do you explain this? How do you explain Rosewood? How do you explain Lemon City? That is now known that Jordan hostile took over and now you call it Little Haiti. That predates the city of Miami. Foundational Black Americans went down there and built that. Foundational Black Americans been getting money. The Danny Dorsey's going down there and owning Star Island, which is now one of the most rich and influential neighborhoods in America. How do you explain Overtown? How do you explain Black Bottom out in Detroit? I can go on. Y'all know me, family. Central Ave out there in LA. We can go on and on and on. Foundational Black Americans been had the juice. We've been building Black Wall Streets across this country. Tulsa, Oklahoma is the only one you know about. There was a Tulsa, Oklahoma in every state where Black folks were, because we get it popping like that. But you know where it wasn't no Black Wall Street at? Haiti. the place that we got the funding from. Let's talk about y'all Black Wall Streets. This is a challenge to you if you listening. Talk about the Haitian Black Wall Streets where y'all were building airports and railways and coming up with inventions, and you had movie theaters and oil, and y'all were getting money. Let's talk about the Black Wall Streets in Haiti. These folks kill me. They always giving us some. We always got some from them that they ain't got. These folks out of control, family. I be trying not to go hard body on them, and I'm just going off the top of the head. I'm going to start doing presentations on these fools to show you how ridiculous their claims are. We funded your Black Wall Street out there, and they don't even know the name of the shit. We're out there in Tuskegee. Is it Tuskegee? She said Tuskegee. Tulsa. Lord, but ain't got a Black Wall Street to show you in Haiti. The average Haitian is making 76 cents an hour. Out of your culture, you got mud cookies. When is the ever popping Black Wall Street in your community? You ain't never been known to have a Wall Street. It's diabolical work, family. It's diabolical work, but let's continue. Let's continue. Let's see what else. Like I said, brace yourself.
That they can start infrastructure here because there were
Wait. Let me take it back a little bit.
Black Americans get their first loans so that they can start infrastructure here because there were a lot of Black Haitian millionaires. But of course, they're going to leave this part out of the story because then you're going to wonder, well, why are they here? They're illegals. What is the reason why they specifically targeting the Haitians? Well, of course, if you want to specifically target Haitians, where's the check? Who's cutting the check? Because you guys walked away with right now that would be worth $95 billion. So who's going to cut the check to Haiti? Why y'all want to send them back? Give us the money back that you stole from us, that you continue to rob this country of, because they were the first people to tell you, hey, we're not going to deal with your dehumanizing of humans. So then cut us the check, then we can leave.
Shut up, ho. You ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going no damn where. And let's be clear, family. This is her exaggerating shit again. $500,000 worth of gold is not worth $95 billion in today's money. And let's also be clear, that $95 billion ain't finna help y'all go back to Haiti, because once you split that amongst all the Haitian people, which I doubt it gets split, by the way, because some of your politicians over there are so damn corrupt, all they'll do is just siphon off the money for themselves. The Haitian people will get shit. Okay? You know that. Y'all always talking about how corrupt y'all politicians are. You know, you come from a lineage of Papa Dots and all them. You dig? Y'all doing all type of diabolical stuff to the people over there. But nonetheless, that wouldn't be worth no damn coins. What that's 50,000, 40,000 for the Haitian people. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all gonna get that check and be sitting up there in Miami. Stop it. Lord.
So now Haiti gained their freedom in 1804, right? So this is from France. And we know that ever since then,
we still had to
it's
pay
been
France.
a problem. Yes,
yeah, absolutely. 500 million.
And America was very instrumental in making sure.
And that's a good question, family. And this is just a question. Let me ask this. Haitians, if y'all are running around here claiming to be the first Black independent republic, why the hell did you have to pay reparations to France? See, the victor of the war doesn't pay. He gets the spoils. So did you really win during the Haitian Revolution? Or did you take a L? If you had to pay your slave owner up until like the 1940s, did you really win the Haitian Revolution? Because they walk around, they're like, oh yeah, we had to pay France reparations. Did you really win the war then? Yeah, everybody knows that. To the victor goes the spoils. That's a common lingo. To the victor goes the spoils. You didn't get no spoils. You didn't get no spoils. You had to pay the people you claim you defeated. I'm just asking a question. So did you really get your independence? And by the way, the descendants of these people who were rioting and and turning up during the Haitian Revolution, they're over here with us. Notice the people who are always 1804. We did this, we did that. They never in Haiti. See, when we say our ancestors built this country, our ancestors fought at every war, our ancestors broke their shackles and chains and freed themselves, we're speaking from a standpoint of descendants who are still in the very country they built. That's different, completely different. We're rooted here. You dig? I don't need no passport to go see my great grandma. I don't need it. I don't need my passport to go see where my great great grandfather is buried in Starville, Mississippi on Blackjack Road. I'm still in the land that they built, fam. We're the real victors. We're sitting here. So that's my question to Haitians. Did you really free yourself? That don't sound free to me. Yeah, I'm free. I'm free as long as I pay back $100 billion to France. Nigga, you ain't free. You still a slave. Because the moment you didn't pay that money, they were coming back to tax that ass. See, that's the thing. That's what you don't say. That's what you don't say. And by the way, family, also what they don't say is the infighting that happened after the Haitian Revolution. Like how y'all knocked off Dessalines, who helped to win your freedom. How y'all started all that infighting. How you started destroying each other. Oh, that ain't, this is long before the CIA existed. But they always get, it's the CIA, nigga, it was the CIA. They saw division. The CIA wasn't even in existence, nigga. Stop lying. That's y'all. Y'all got on that tribal BS. So that's a great question. Ask a Haitian a question like that. If you were really free, why the hell did you have to pay France up into the 1940s?
That happened, right?
Correct.
Then you have the Spaniards. They freed themselves from the Spaniards. So now we're up to here. Now, are we, like, you're punishing them because of that?
Yes. I mean, America has been doing that from the moment we received our freedom, because when the United States found out Haiti received its freedom, they didn't report it. They didn't want anybody in the United States to even know that Haitians gained their freedom. And so they put out what we considered in the mail propaganda about who Haitians are, what they do. They're cannibalists. They're doing this. They're doing that. And they didn't want the United States to even find out that Black people gained their freedom and were able to even migrate to Haiti, because our general at the time said, all Black people, if you come to this land, you are free.
You are free.
That's very true. Salute to Dessalines, who y'all knocked off. Y'all knocked off as soon as he got y'all freedom. You knocked him off. But salute to him. That's absolutely true. And it's absolutely true. The United States did not want us knowing about Haiti. That's true. We give credit where credit is due. Like I said, I'm with you as long as you're right. I'm with you if you're right. Okay, let's continue, because I got a feeling every time they give us a little tablespoon of truth, they start coming back with the bullshit. So let's listen. Here we go.
So why do you think it continues?
So personal vendetta at this point.
Yeah,
Personal vendetta.
absolutely.
Yeah. And we talked about that before on here, that it's just going after the Haitian people, just period.
Yeah, I just want Black Americans to understand that we're not a different people. We are the same group of people. I see all the time online, people are constantly reminding me that I'm Haitian. Absolutely, I got Haiti tatted on my neck. So there's no day that I'm not reminded that I'm Haitian. I love that I'm Haitian, but I also want to remind you that I'm no different from you. I am African American, just like you. They're doing.
Whoa, hold on, because I missed this part. Hold on, let me play it back. I noticed she didn't say what I think she just said. Hold on.
I just want Black Americans to understand that we're not a different people. We are the same group of people. I see all the time online, people are constantly reminding me that I'm Haitian. Absolutely, I got Haiti tatted on my neck. So there's no day that I'm not reminded that I'm Haitian. I love that I'm Haitian, but I also want to remind you that I'm no different from you. I am African American, just like you. They're doing.
Oh, nigga. Do y'all see why we dropped that term African American? You see how they play this 2-card Monty game? I got Haiti tattooed on my neck, but when it's convenient, let me cover that motherfucker up. I'm African American, just like you. Hell, no, the hell you don't. Oh no, you are not African American. No, I take that back. You are African American. You're not a foundational Black American. Yeah, you have probably some African ancestry. You're living in America. You're African American, but you're not a foundational Black American. And that's exactly why we dropped that term, African American. This is how they play the game, family. When it's convenient, they'll cover up that Haitian flag that's on their neck, like she said, and start talking about I'm African American, just like you. No. We're foundational Black Americans. Ain't no Haitian tattoo on my neck, family. Do y'all see a Haitian tattoo? Is y'all walking around with Haiti tattooed on you? Nigga, we're very different. Hell is you talking about? We grew here. Your family flew here. Very different. We are not the same. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful. I'm not Haitian. I can't sit up here and claim 1804. I can't claim I'm Haitian too. My people created the first free Black independent republic in the world. I can't claim that. I'm not Haitian. Plain and simple. We might be skin folk, but nigga, we are not kinfolk. Plain and simple, family. And this is why they like using the term African American. This is why they're crashing out about us delineating. See, they can swivel into the word African American. They can say, well, Haitians have African ancestry. I was born here in America. I'm an African American. See? I'm an African American, guys. I'm just like you. Now, the moment her ass wins an award, she's going to be looking like Wycliffe was in that Grammys. They're going to be wrapped in that damn Haitian flag. Where my Zoles at? Oh, they're going to be coated in it. Now that they getting their asses whipped, they getting deported, ICE is on that bumper. Now, all of a sudden, they covered up the Haitian flag on their neck. Black Americans, I need you to understand, I'm just like you. I'm African American too. No. No. You did? What Red say? What Red Dad say after Debo knocked him out? You want some of this, old man? No. You are not like us. We are not the same. Plain and simple. We are foundational Black Americans, and this is the power of delineation. You see, in the past, we would have had folks like this speaking for us. They have been speaking for us, and we've been sitting up there listening. This is the game they play, family. Let's listen. Let's finish what else you got to say.
The same thing to you that they're doing to me. We are no different. In the moment that we start acting as if there's a separation between us, that's where you let the perpetrators do exactly what they came here to do. Destruct and divide us.
Nigga, stop it. We are not the same, family. Name a foundational Black American that's been deported by ICE. Name one, family. Do y'all have any family members that ICE has come and deported? I don't have none in my family. My family ain't even talking about ICE. You dig? Are y'all dealing with immigration issues in y'all family? Let me humble myself. Are FBAs out here being harassed? What are you talking about? We are not the same. Just because you got a similar skin tone don't mean we're the same. Plain and simple. And y'all have made this apparent all throughout history. That's the thing. That's the irony. Y'all go out y'all way to claim me no Black, me Dominican, me no Black, I'm Haitian. Y'all go out y'all way to distinguish yourselves from us. Now that it's not beneficial, now that you're getting belt to ass, all of a sudden, nigga, we're the same. Now they trying to pull this reverse psychology. Did what the white man want you to do. He wants you to think you not part of me and I'm not part of you. We're not. And we didn't learn that from the white man. Nigga, we learned that from you. Y'all, the kings and queens are coming over here talking about some Black Americans ain't got no culture. Black Americans don't know where they from. Black Americans are lazy. They always know the difference every time it comes to distinguish themselves and highlight their greatness and our negativity. They instantly know that we're different. Notice that, family. She instantly knew we were different when she pointed out the lie that Haitians funded Black Wall Street. Why is she pointing that out? Why is she delineating? Wouldn't that just be Black people funding Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street? Why did she put an emphasis on Haiti and Haitians? Why did she put an emphasis on Haitians winning the Civil War, or whatever she said, leading the Civil War? Huh? Oh, obviously there's a difference. She wanted us to know the difference because she wanted us to give credit to Haiti. But now all of a sudden, B is being put to ass. Belt is being put to ass. All of a sudden, we're the same. Notice that. Notice that, family. We're divisive now. We're divisive for identifying with our lineage, for saying, hey, man, I'm not an immigrant. ICE is not my issue. My heart goes out to you, but listen, ICE is not my issue. Fight your own battles. You're always talking about all the fighting you did in Haiti in 1804. We beat the French, we beat the Spanish, we beat the British. Well, nigga, beat America. That should be nothing, nigga. This is a 1v1. You just defeated a 3v1. This is a 1v1. Knock out America then. Fight for what you want. Kings and queens, descendants of Dessalines and Toussaint. Shit. Hello.
So that they can conquer us again.
Yeah. You know, I've heard it all the time. It's like you say online. I hear it the other way around. You know, I hear, you know, Haitians, Jamaicans, everyone else is against like the Black American, like they
That's
had no part.
disgusting.
But I'm like, we're all Black. So if it happens to one, it's happening to us because it's going to go around.
And I think
Hold on a minute now.
Okay.
Brother said, hold on a minute now. I think he might be FBA. Okay, brother said, hold on a minute. Okay.
In a small degree, because I personally encounter people who do not want to associate themselves with Black Americans.
Absolutely.
Like they
Me
make
too.
a big point to say.
I've had that situation right here at the table.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Really?
Yes.
Listen to the Haitian woman. Really?
that I'm Haitian. So I've seen it personally to that. So I just think that when we say, you know, that we are of one people, that it is, you know, there are people that do not believe that though. They really feel, especially with a lot of the Jamaicans, because they'll make a clear point sometimes.
But that's what I want to speak to too. Do not let one individual situation speak for the betterment of the group, right? Because I've had it. If I speak to my
Oh, Lord, here we go. I tell y'all about this all the time, family. The theory of one. That's what I call it. The theory of one. Whenever you bring up the fact that these Negroes been sitting around here delineating for decades, for years, that they got 3,000 goddamn tribes in Africa, they got all these different distinctions amongst each other, that they come over here and distance themselves from Black Americans, what do they say? The theory of one. Here comes the theory of one. It's just one. Don't let one Haitian distract you from the fact that we all think we brothers and sisters. Cap. It ain't just one. It ain't just one little old Nigerian who has this mindset. It ain't one little old Haitian, Tanzanian, Kenyan, Jamaican. This comes from your culture. Y'all have a culture of delineating. You have a culture of saying me no Black because you associate Black with being equivalent to Black American in this country. You know that. Your parents knew it. Your grandparents knew it. All of y'all are very clear. That's why you cloak yourself in your nationality, in your lineage. Never believe the theory of one. They do that like clockwork. It's always just one. Y'all gonna let one Haitian do this? We got whole compilations. Hold on, family. Let's go through in case people think I'm lying. Let's go through some of Haitians' greatest hits against foundational Black Americans. This is the shit y'all be talking about. This ain't just one.
Why? Where you from? What's your background? You American? Dirty Black American?
Wait, what?
Huh? What?
Wait, what you say?
American? Black American? What?
No. Hold on. You said dirty Black American.
You heard that? You just asked me what I said. I did.
Why you say that?
Because that's what y'all are. Dirty Black American.
First of all, I tell people there's a difference between being Black and Haitian. Being Haitian is double Black to me.
Double Black.
Yes.
What
It's
do you
more
mean?
than Black to me.
Okay, what is that?
Because let's just say Black American, to me, not that they aren't Black enough, but they don't know their culture so much that they are in a whole pile by themselves.
We don't know our culture so much. We in our own little pile by ourselves. Okay, this is Haitians. This is from like 7-8 years ago, family. It's long before somebody was talking about FBA, X, Y, and Z. Okay.
That's not true, man. Like
To me,
Okay,
culture-wise, meaning like someone don't Black American, I'm not talking about African American, someone don't Black American, where you from? Dimki wala Abduli from.
But what do you mean Black American, African American?
Black American people that were born Tennessee, Black American that were born in the United States, their parents 2 times back from Nigeria. They know nothing about their culture. They know America. These are the Black American I'm talking about.
So what's African Americans to you then?
People that are in touch with their culture more. Like that knows where they come from.
Okay.
That are going back to help. You know what I mean? Akon is a real African American. Like
See, there's that word African American. See how they play with it. Akon, who's descendant of immigrants, he's the real African American. That's the person we should be like. He knows where he's from. That's why we just dropped that title out. Nigga, we're foundational Black Americans. We're from America. This is the bullshit they've been talking. It's always just one, though. Remember, it's just one person. It was only the girl that said dirty Black American.
like a nice African American to me, like meaning like he stands for his country.
Okay.
I don't believe in just taking care of your parents.
Okay.
I don't. I believe you need to take care of where you're from, where you like. It's bigger purpose, but everybody has a purpose though. 9 to 5 people, and there's people like you and I that stand, like there are influencers that stand for something. You know what I mean? A pile moon, he Black American don't stand for nothing.
She said, Black Americans, we don't stand for nothing. This is your fellow Haitians, the ones who view us all as the same Negro. It's just one. I'm finding the one little Haitian in the corner. I'm just so good at researching, and all of us are just so good at finding the one Haitian that doesn't like us. It's not all over TikTok, all over social media, all over. Every time we have a conversation with these folks, we hear talking points like this. But let's continue.
So yeah, man, this message is for Tariq Nasheed and the cult known as FBA.
Our lineage is a cult.
I just have a couple of questions for you guys. So yeah, I'm a tether. I am from the great country of Haiti. And, you know, I've been over here for a very, very long time. Very, very long time. And I just have a few questions, man, for all the FBA, specifically Tariq Nasheed. Why do you guys hate on Tether so much? Why do you
Tether asking us, why do we hate Tethers? Lord, these are the Haitians.
hate us? It's obvious that you guys are jealous. It's obvious that you want to be like us. It's obvious that if it wasn't for us, a lot of you guys would, like, nobody would even mention y'all if it wasn't for us, you know. But what I want to know is, what did we do to y'all outside of being great, outside of being outstanding, outside of being an example on the world stage? What specifically did we do to you guys? Like, what is all this hate coming from? Every time I go on Tariq Nasheed's channel, he's always calling us dusty. You know, he's saying, go back to your home country. You know, he's calling us ashy and saying that we're not educated, yada yada yada. Like, what did we do? What did we do to deserve that treatment?
especially with the last election, when
These are your Haitians.
you saw like this idea of like, oh my gosh, if you're black, you better do this, you better do that. I'm like, hold on, wait. That's what really made me say, I don't like this. Like, why are you telling me I have to do this because I'm black when it's been already pointed out that I'm Haitian? Why do I now have to now submit to this idea of being black? That makes absolutely no sense to me. And that's what.
Remember, family, they see us all as just black people. These are the folks who come out of their culture. And all of these are Haitians in America. I'm pointing out, by the way, these are not Haitians in other places. These are Haitians in America. Okay, so she's saying, well, I got to get on no black code. I didn't already point out I'm Haitian. Okay.
What you don't get, a lot of people are challenging that idea and that thought is because of their lived experience. Maybe if you guys listened to what was being said instead of gaslighting people, and you made a conscious effort to make sure that different immigrants and different people were having a different experience, maybe they wouldn't feel the way that they do. But when you have a certain experience, I'm sorry, that's what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not too.
This chick is Haitian too, by the way. This is the bonnet wearing queen. She's always on TikTok talking crazy about foundational Black Americans.
Broken up about Assata Shakur's passing because I find it very ironic. You pick an African name, you flee to a Latino country for asylum, but what the hell did you actually do for us?
And she's talking about our great ancestor Assata Shakur, who was a freedom fighter with the Black Liberation Army, put in real work in these streets in order for us to secure the civil rights we have today. And this is Haitian immigrant talking shit about her, okay? In her passing.
Assata Shakur was for self, much like a lot of those Black Panthers. That's why they were dismantled. You use the struggling and suffering of blacks to further your own movement. And before you get all pissed off, let me explain something to you. A lot of y'all that are black in this country, the Black Panthers, as radical and loud as y'all are, baby, you would not have been accepted. The Black Panther Party did not like anybody who was LGBTQ. They didn't care for anybody who was of a different background. Like, if you were not strictly Black American, they didn't give a fuck about you. So, like I said, and then she killed a police officer, and the movement she was, what was it called? The Black Liberation Army or whatever the fuck, broke in prison, took some people hostage, and, you know, broke her out. She left in a van and all that shit, whatever.
Look how dismissal, just so dismissal of the real work that our great sister put in. The real work that she put in the streets to lay down the law for foundational Black Americans to be able to do what we can do today. And immigrants like herself, who during that time, her family was probably over there in Haiti eating mud cookies. You dig? But let her continue.
And then she fled to Cuba, but Fidel Castro granted her political asylum. And that's what I want to bring to attention. Now, you don't advocate for anybody Black outside America, you know, but the Latino countries are the only place you can go for asylum. You didn't go nowhere that was primarily Black. You didn't go to Jamaica. You didn't go to, you didn't go to Africa. Why the hell did you pick Cuba? Because you know if you can't go nowhere else on this earth, Latinos will protect you. So at the end of the day, it's sad she passed, but it don't affect me in no way, shape, or form. And I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Again, just because I'm Black, nah. Black Panther Party really didn't do shit for us either besides give underprivileged Blacks the wick.
Let me pause. We got to do a commercial break, man. Shout out to the family. Hermit, man, he says, I love to see the young men such as yourself who are knowledgeable and unafraid to speak and defend the truth. Thank you for your content. I enjoy watching and learning from your videos, man. I appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Thank you for the $10 as well, man.
Program. Lord. And that's it.
Okay. These are your fellow Haitians. We'll play one more video. I got a compilation like 15, 20 minutes. And family, y'all know these not even all the videos that they put out. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a collection about an hour long, and then I'm gonna drop it on YouTube. And every time they say it's one, I want y'all to go to that hour-long compilation. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my next research project. I'm going to get an hour long of all these groups, and I'm going to break it down group by group. Haitians, Jamaicans, Nigerians, all of these folks who sit up here and talk a gang of shit about foundational Black Americans, we're going to have hour-long videos on them. And we ain't even going to say nothing no more. We're just going to point to that. We'll send them the link. Send them the link of these one-offs.
Parents came here from.
Here's a group of young Haitian men down there in Florida talking about how Black Americans are lazy and F-ups.
Fucking, you feel me, from Haiti with nothing and really created something, bro. Came, bought a house, started a family. You feel me? My dad owned multiple fucking properties of real estate. You feel me? My mom worked her fucking ass off every fucking morning on the dot up every morning. No excuses, fam. She get the fuck up and get the shit and do what she have to do. But every time I hear these fucking Americans, all they do is fucking make excuses, fam. They always find excuses.
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
Bro, my parents came here at 30 years old.
That's why.
When you think about it, put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine going to another country at 30 years old and restarting your whole life.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah. And you can't speak a lick of English.
Can't even speak their language.
That's
bro.
why I ain't gonna lie. Like, I hate when people be like, "Oh, you're lucky," and stuff like that. Oh, I hate I hate when people gripe and be like, "Oh," like, especially like, I feel like Americans, because I mean,
Black Americans. He's talking about Black Americans.
We in America, so Americans who have lines and lines and lines and lines of family here, and they complaining, I'd be like, bro, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Right, bro.
I ain't never met my.
Y'all sat there and kept fucking up. Each generation, y'all just keep fucking up.
Yeah.
And don't figure out, okay, maybe I'm fucking up. Look, what's the right way to do this shit?
Exactly.
And then want to point the finger at the white man, be like, oh, the white man did it. No, fuck that.
You
Figure out
did
what
it.
the white man doing and then try to capitalize off the shit.
Oh, okay, and that's enough. And my same advice to him: figure out why the white man is deporting your ass, and figure out how to do something about that shit. Don't come running to us. I'm good, family. I'm so good. I'm so good. You dig? Salute to you. I'm not gonna get in the way of your fight against ICE and immigration. Hold your own nuts. I'm good. I'm gonna take the advice that you told me. I want you to take that same advice. Figure out what the white man doing and how he deporting your ass and getting your ass out of here, and figure out how to do something about that shit. Use some of that capital y'all claim y'all got. You know, because they always claim they get money and they just work hard. Use some of that hard work, capital, ingenuity. Use some of that 1804 spirit and figure out how to get the white man off his foot off your neck and out your ass. Plain and simple. But I just wanted to show you that, family. That whole theory of one is always just one. Their culture reeks of this. Soon as they get over here, they start talking about some damn, they're working harder, they're doing better. Black Americans are lazy. They come over here with these stereotypes. They can't wait to, as soon as they get over here, start talking about and pointing the finger at us. Talking about how they're doing better. You dig? How they need to stay away from us and how they ain't black. Now they want to lecture us on blackness when it's convenient. Get the hell out of here, family. But let's continue.
Individual experiences, a lot of Black Americans, they are literally my demise. They curse me out. They pick on you.
Let me run that back because we missed it. We paused for a minute. We missed it.
That's what I want to speak to. Do not let one individual situation speak for the betterment of the group, right? Because I've had it. If I speak to my individual experiences, a lot of Black Americans, they are literally my demise. They curse me out. They pick on me. Ever since I was little, Black Americans have done that to me. But I never, in the history of growing up, thought you're still my enemy. And this is what we talked about last time. I said,
now hold on, family. Now notice. When she started talking about how Black Americans picked on her and roasted her in school, because that's all they talking about. Childhood goddamn jokes, being called an African Buddhist, the same shit they always whine about. Them getting roasted in school. Like we only roasted immigrants, like we didn't roast each other. Notice how she generalized us. Black Americans they were literally my demise. Because she got roasted by some individuals in school. Notice they can generalize when it comes to us. Black Americans do this, Black Americans do that. Now, the moment we point out them on film talking shit about us, hey, that's a one-off. You can't generalize all Haitians. These are the games they play. The kings and queens of hypocrisy.
I know who my clear enemy is, regardless if we have battles that we're dealing with, you know, interpersonally, right, between one another. I still vehemently understand who the true enemy is and who the person who wants us to continue to have this divisiveness in between one another. So again, I'm no different than you, and I hope that you guys don't allow the individual experiences that you have to kind of deter you from what is really the bigger picture here, and it's that we're one people.
We're not, ma'am. And y'all have made it very clear, as I've said for years and decades, we're not the same people. And what we're doing is we're not against you. I'm not against Haitians. I'm not against Caribbeans, Africans. I'm not against anybody of similar skin tone as me. But what I'm letting y'all do is hold your own nuts. I'm letting y'all hold your own nuts. And if you want something for Brother Chase as a foundational Black Americans, I think a lot of FBAs can say the same thing. What are you bringing to the table? This one-sided transaction, this whole thing of we got to put all of our clout, all of our influence, all of our resources, all of our knowledge, wisdom, and information on the line for you, and you bring nothing to the table, those days are over. Okay? So if you want something from FBA, what are you bringing to the table? We ain't just doing this, oh, we crashing out for anybody Black. No. No. Those days are over. Okay? You get paid with your weight.
All Black.
Yeah,
That's right.
Black, period. We all signed Black on that application.
We're all Black. Absolutely. And we just have different lived experiences based on cultural values. But other than that, in this specific country where we are a minority, we are all Black. When you go overseas to other countries, Black people are a majority. So their experiences being a majority coming to a country where they are belittled, they are put underneath the ground as if they are not cared for.
Excuses.
Is a very different lived experience. But at the end of the day, we were all Black people.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
And we've all, like, in those cases, we've had those same experiences. It's happened right here. We have whole histories that apparently, you know, trying to be covered up and wiped out. We have the history right here.
But that's what I'm saying. We do, even Black Americans, did you guys know that we also helped lead the Civil War?
We're not the same family. This woman said they helped lead the Civil War. Who? Haitians? Let me play it back.
It's happened right here. We have whole histories that apparently, you know, trying to be covered up and wiped out. We have the history right here.
But that's what I'm saying. We do, even Black Americans, did you guys know that we also helped lead the Civil War? That was here. Did you know that before today? Why would they tell you that, right? You see,
they didn't tell us that because, goddamn, it ain't true. It's not true. And I want you to notice, here's a rule, family. The same people who tell you that it's only a few Haitians who say disrespectful things, that tell lies on foundational Black Americans, that create stereotypes and push stereotypes on FBA, let them talk long enough and you'll see they're one of those few. They'll debunk their own talking points. You're part of the tether class, ma'am. You've been sitting up here lying since you opened your mouth. But also notice her fellow Caribbeans around her. Nobody has checked it, family. And I don't know, because I think it's an FBA brother up there. I don't know why he hasn't checked it. That is a lie. You didn't lead no damn Civil War. Why are you lying? And that brings us to the topic. Is the diaspora willing to tell lies in order to stop Black Americans from delineating? That answer is yes. They're willing to say anything to stop us from delineating. Because if we delineate, family, they're ass out, as they say. They're ass out. They running naked in the cold. They ain't got no line of defense. These folks ain't fought no meaningful battle in a century. They are defeated. They in a foreign land. They've been fleeing all over. And if we delineate and say, hey, man, you know, y'all on your own, do y'all thing. These folks, as you can see, they getting slapped up, whipped up, deported, putting ankle monitors on them. The only line of defense they've ever had was foundational Black Americans who are rooted here. They'll say anything. They're trying to convince us of anything. We're the reason why you're free. We led the Civil War. Just telling lies that are easily, you could just Google this shit. What is this woman talking about? Lord have mercy, man.
What I'm saying, if we knew our history, the very thing that they don't want you to know is they don't want you to read. They don't want you to know the history. They don't want you to know that Black Haitian Americans were the reason why we had artifacts and why we had money to be able to fund the Civil War. And they helped us gain our independence from the very people here.
In the U.S. independence, Haitians were sent to this country
to help
fight in gaining independence because they were fighting the same colonizer,
correct,
the French and the Spaniards.
Yeah.
So
Haitians even helped the United States win wars.
Sure.
So we're good enough to help you win wars, but we're not good enough to be here and be human amongst one another.
Well, I think we're
No, ma'am. And that's the end of the video. Lord, thank goodness. Thank goodness, family. Thank goodness that's the end. This woman ended by saying, let me address that last statement. Oh, Haitians are good enough to win you wars, but we're not good enough to stay. No, the real question is, how are you good enough to fund Black Wall Street, to fight in the Civil War, to free every goddamn body in the world, according to y'all, but you ain't good enough to build your homeland? That's the real question, ma'am. That's the real question. You good enough to do all these goddamn things. You're a phenomenal individuals. Make it make sense. They claim to be the master teacher, but ain't got shit to show for it. And in fact, they don't even want to go home. They don't. If you tell them to go build their homeland, they get offended. They go, what do you mean go build my homeland? Yeah, nigga, do the same shit that you claim you help us do. You claim you help us build Black Wall Street. You claim you help us free ourselves and fight in all these wars. And then the moment we tell you, hey man, fight for your damn country, what is this rubbish? Oh, they get offended. Africans do the same goddamn thing. Nigga, what is this? What do you mean go home? Yeah, go home and build your homeland. Like you say, you came here and you built America. Go do the same thing for your homeland. Oh, that's rubbish, nigga. That's rubbish. You go home. What is back home? Nothing. Nothing. You ain't got nothing back home. Your claim to fame, ma'am, let me tell you, Black immigrants, is your claim to fame is being underneath us. That's your safe haven. That's what you don't want to admit. You don't want to admit that foundational Black Americans, despite the fact that they were only 13% of the population, put this in mind, family, these folks can't even kick out the colonizers. They can't even build their homeland, and they 95% of the goddamn population in their homeland. Now they run over here in the place where they say all of their problems come from. All of them blame America. America did this. America colonized my land. America. They run over here to get underneath the 13% who stood on business time after time after time. To get underneath us and be something, to have a basic job, to have basic living, to have basic resources, to be able to be whatever they want to be able to jump up on these podcasts and pop a gang of shit. We made it possible for you to do that. Foundational Black Americans, that's the fact. And anybody listening, please tell me where I'm wrong. Please tell me where you would be without that civil rights bills that we fought and died for as foundational Black Americans. And please don't bring up no damn Kwame Ture. Don't bring up the fact that Malcolm X's mother was Caribbean. That's a non secular, okay? That's irrelevant. Because 99.9% of the folks fighting and dying were FBA. Not Caribbean. It wasn't no 50-50. It wasn't this Pan-African diaspora unity where people came from all over to get us a civil right. It was one group who stood on business. Had we been like y'all and fled, you wouldn't be able to come over here to the United States. The United States wouldn't be the country it is today. See, everything, family, needs a foundation. A foundation that moves, a foundation that under pressure moves out the way, falls, it cracks to the side. That's a foundation that's not good. We are the epitome of what a foundation is. That's why we wear that title, Foundational Black American. Nobody else could wear that title like we could. We did not fold. We did not break. We stayed solid. And now everybody from all over the world eats off of us, has set up a corner, set up office space, set up a room on top of the foundation we built. While their foundations crumble, while their foundations are looking to get away, they looking to run. They don't want to even go back and help secure the foundation. They don't want to go back to Haiti. All that Haiti love, all that, oh, we 1804. Haitians this, Haitians that, shut your ass up. You ain't going back to Haiti. You whining and crying about going back. This is sorry, family. Y'all ought to be ashamed. That Celine Toussaint, they rolling in their grave right now. They like, damn, these niggas don't stand for nothing. These niggas won't even come back and fight for Haiti. Your ancestors came and broke their shackles and chains, fresh out of enslavement, and said, nigga, enough is enough. When Rochambeau was putting them on ships and gassing them, and they were chopping off their heads, they stood on business so that y'all can wear the Haitian title. And y'all niggas don't even want to go back and fight for it. You niggas whining about going back. You want somebody to fight for you to stay over here to talk shit about them, so you can lie on their history. Nigga, please, salute to the real Haitians. Salute to the riders who are over there trying to fix Haiti, who are standing on business, who are saying, hey, man, I ain't got much, but you know what? Our day is coming. We're going to get our country together, and we're going to build it. Salute to them. Okay? Those are the only Haitians we acknowledge. These tethers, that's why we call them tethers. We don't give them the benefit of putting their title on themselves. These are tethers, Haitian tethers. You dig? They get no respect from us. All they do is lie and whine about us all damn day. And that's why they're in the conditions they're in. Plain and simple, family. Plain and simple. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Barbecue running. Salute to barbecue. Salute, at least barbecue is over there. Shit. Salute to barbecue. I don't know about his politics because he said he trying to fix Haiti. He might be. Salute to barbecue over there grilling their ass. Getting these folks up out the mix. At least he's over there. He ain't fleeing. These folks don't stand on nothing, family. They ain't got the nerve to come over here and wag. They killed me trying to come over here and lecture us about white supremacy. That's one of my irks. They love to come over here. Hey, do you know how the white man views you and me? How do they view us, Mpunte? They view us all as one big Negro under a system of white supremacy. No shit. So that's why I'm saying that you need to fight for me to stay here. Nigga, please. Try to lecture us on white supremacy like we didn't write the freaking book on how to combat white supremacy. You niggas got that from us. Y'all running around your homeland, got 3,000 goddamn tribes over there. And then you want to come over here talking about some we all black, like you introducing some new theory we never heard before. Some theory you got from us. That's the irony about the shit. They try to re-rock our shit. They come over here, get conscious, get up on game, get up on knowledge, and then try to lecture and regurgitate our lectures back to us. Do you know where Malcolm X's mother is from? Oh, Lord. Do you know we stronger together than we are apart? Shut up, nigga. Do you know you can build your homeland, nigga? Do you know you could be whatever you want to be? Do you know you can work hard in your homeland, not just over here, since you always talking about working hard? Prove that proof of concept in your homeland. Work hard over there. Notice these niggas never brag about their hard work over there. They brag about it over here. Yeah, because you benefiting off the fertile soils that we laid out. See, when you work hard over here, because our ancestors were so phenomenal, they were so great, your hard work means something. It don't mean shit in your homeland. You can work, y'all were working hard as hell over there in Haiti. Ain't got nothing to show for it. So let's be clear, family. But like I say, man, we doing some good straightening out here, family. These folks is out here crashing out. And I want y'all to understand, we all we got and we all we need. We all we got, but we all we need, family. FBA is the new order of the day. We standing on lineage business. It's a great time to be alive. We're not losing anything. These folks being deported, we're not losing nothing from that. They can't tell you what they bring to the table. They can't tell you. They can't tell you what they bring to the table. But some disrespect, but some hatred, but some off-code activity. And I'm talking about the tether class. Get the tether class out the mix. We good. We good, family. Let me answer some questions, though. Put some questions in the chat. Let me answer some questions, because I know it's late. It's 2 o'clock. Some of y'all got to go to work. Some of y'all got to go to work in the morning, man. Y'all out here kicking it with your boy, man. I appreciate y'all. I enjoy being in the Negro Leagues. This was another great Negro League chop up. Okay. Some people don't like playing. Some Negroes want to play in with the white folks. They want to cross over. They want to appease the white folks. I love playing for my people. I love playing in the Negro Leagues, chopping it up with the FBA family. That's a great feeling. That's a great feeling, ain't it? So I said, okay, Denise said, I'm tired, I'm good. Salute to you. Salute to you for enjoying retirement. Okay, Judah said, already working. Shout out to the foundational Black American brothers and sisters on the night shift. You did? Tooth and nail. That's why FBAs are so great. You did? We be working around the clock. Shout out to, who is this? Shout out to Morgan for the super chat, $5 super chat. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Somebody said, I love ICE. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all crazy as hell. Yeah, let ICE do their damn job. That's all I'm saying. Prince said, what's a good bookstore? What's a good black bookstore to purchase your books from? You can purchase from my bookstore, voiceoftheancestors.net. Voiceoftheancestors.net. If one of my mods can put my website in the chat, it's voiceoftheancestors.net. You can get it from me. You can get it from me. Salute to you, fam. Yes, indeed. And that's why you got to go get and see, going back on all that Black Wall Street talk, that's why you got to go get my book, 30 Black Wall Streets, family. That's pivotal. That's a great book. Because they try to reduce our greatness to singulars. It's Tulsa. They try to reduce our musical creations to just hip hop. Notice that these are common talking points. Oh, y'all just built Tulsa. We funded Tulsa. They try to point out one. Oh, hip hop, that come from Jamaica. It's always these one-offs, family. It's just one. We only did one thing. They ignore the jazz, blues, country, rock and roll, pop music, all these other music genres. They know all the other Black Wall Streets. You did? But a lot of people love my book, 30 Black Wall Streets, for that very reason. That's exactly why I wrote that book. I remember I wrote that book, the inspiration behind the 30 Black Wall Streets. I never forget, after our brother George Floyd was killed, unalived. I apologize, YouTube. I'm just talking about the thing. Unalived by that officer, Derek Chauvin. A lot of people were bringing up how Black people, foundational Black Americans, had went through a lot of trauma over the years. And they kept saying, oh yeah, the one time Black people did build a Wall Street, they burned it down. They burned it down. And although I appreciated people bringing up Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street and the phenomenal epicenter of Black culture that we built, I kind of got offended because I'm like, man, why do they keep even labeling it Black Wall Street like it's a singular thing, like it's one Black Wall Street? It was the whole time we were here, we only built one. No, we built Black Wall Streets across this country, family. We built Black Wall Streets across this country, man, from Georgia to Alabama to Mississippi, out in Mink Slide, Tennessee. We built Black Wall Streets across this great country, and I want y'all to understand that. We are phenomenal people. Like, let me show you this, family, because a lot of the streets love that book, 30 Black Wall Streets. They love that book, and this is my only book, family, on Amazon that has nothing but 5-star reviews. You know how hard this is to do? Hold on, let me share my screen. This is my only book on Amazon that has all 5-star reviews. Shout out to the family who's left a review. If you haven't left a review already, leave a review. Okay, that's how you know the book is the truth, because you know you at least gonna have somebody on there who trolling or who hating. Shit, we got all 5-star reviews on this thing. You did? All 5-star reviews, 30 Black Wall Street. And look at that beautiful image on the front. That's from Mound Bayou, which y'all know. Shout out to Mound Bayou, Mississippi. Y'all don't know about that Black Wall Street, Mound Bayou. How many of y'all know about Mound Bayou, called the jewel of the Mississippi Delta? Okay, the president of the United States went to Mound Bayou. That's where they got the name, the jewel of the Delta. He was talking about the Mississippi Delta. He was astonished when he went down there. A lot of y'all never heard of Mound Bayou. You did? Our ancestors down in Mound Bayou, fresh out of slavery. Okay? Montgomery and others took land, bought land that was swamp land. They wouldn't sell, because that was a big thing back then. With our ancestors, they were so fearful of them building something because we were the builders of the United States. They wouldn't sell them land. They wouldn't give them access to resources, even when they had money. So what they would do sometimes is when they really needed money, they would sell our ancestors swamp land. Okay? And they sold them swamp land, these ancestors down there in Mound Bayou, in the Mississippi Delta, which has some of the most fertile soil in the world. But back then, a lot of the land was flooded. But that's why it was so fertile, because it was soil sitting under this water for so long, it became super fertile. And so they sold them this swamp land and like, all right, give us the money and y'all can have this land, this swamp land. Y'all niggas ain't finna do nothing with that. Do you know our ancestors in a span of the year, they drained that damn swamp? They drained that damn swamp and built the town that we call Mound Bayou. Okay? A town that had its own Black-owned hospital, black banks, okay, had its own factories. You dig? Mound Bayou in Mississippi, phenomenal place. I've been to Mound Bayou. Again, my parents are from Greenwood, Mississippi. That's Mound Bayou is kind of like a little bit northwest of Greenwood. It's about an hour away. You dig? From Greenwood, Mississippi. They built a phenomenal town, a phenomenal land. They had their own defense systems. Brothers were stepping in Mound Bayou. This is where Emmett Till's mother went during the Emmett Till trials, because she was getting a lot of threats. She was coming down into Mississippi. She wanted to make sure she tried to get justice for her baby. She stayed in Mound Bayou. Okay? And TRM Howard protected her. He protected her. This was a brother who was a black doctor. Okay? Black surgeon down there, but was also pivotal in the civil rights movement, family. A great inspiration for a lot of civil rights icons. The days or weeks before, what's our good sister's name that sat on the bus? I'm having a brain fart right now. It's late at night. Rosa Parks. Before Rosa Parks sat on the bus, she was talking to TRM Howard down there in Mound Bayou, Mississippi. She was at one of his lectures when she spent the block and did what she did. Mound Bayou is a phenomenal place. That's one of the many Black Wall Streets that we had. And they built that in the heart of Mississippi. They didn't run from the racism. They said, nigga, we finna build this shit right here. We finna build Mound Bike. This Black Wall Street, this shit finna be right here in the epicenter where everybody was considered. They were like, oh, Mississippi. You can't build nothing in Mississippi, especially not on no swampland. Man, them boys said, nigga, watch me work. I'm FBA. Watch me build. Watch me cook up. We are phenomenal people, family. And like I say, many others across this country, even out in Oklahoma, Langston, Oklahoma, where y'all think Langston HBCU College comes from. They had a Black Wall Street out there in Langston. Bowley used to have one of the biggest black rodeo shows in the world in Bowley, Oklahoma. Thousands of people used to come from all over. Had one of the first black banks out there. See, they talk about Tulsa and the Greenwood district. Bowley was phenomenal as well. I believe the first black bank in this country was the Bank of Bowley, and them niggas was stepping. Remember, white bank robbers didn't rob the Bank of Bowley. They were known for chasing some of these white outlaws who were part of these cowboy gangs and biker gangs. They were known for chasing them out of Bowley. You dig? Your ancestors were great. They were really moving across this country, family, doing phenomenal things. And I never want y'all to forget that. That's why when these tethers, and that's why these tethers, they keep trying to claim your history. They know you're phenomenal. That tether knows we're phenomenal. She knows ain't nobody equivalent to FBA. That's why she keep trying to reclassify and steal our history. You don't steal things that are not valuable, family. You don't steal achievements that are not valuable. If we didn't do anything, if we were just some lazy, shiftless group that never accomplished anything, people wouldn't care what we called ourselves. They wouldn't care what we do. They know it's only one group on this earth that looks like them, of same skin complexion, that can do and accomplish what they want to accomplish. And that's foundational Black Americans. And we've done it through a proof of concept. So they need to control this group. We're that group. They need to convince this group that we need to fight for them. That's why they're so butthurt. They don't give a damn about all them damn tribes and all that damn delineation in Africa. They don't care about that shit. What the hell the Yoruba and the Igbo people gonna do? These niggas can't do shit in their own damn country. No disrespect. No disrespect to them. Because I do understand that there are other obligations and other things, people outside entities controlling them, but nonetheless, you can't do shit and you the majority. You don't give a damn what the Fulani people are doing, what the Zulus are doing. They don't give a damn about none of that. They want to know what FBA doing. FBA has a proof of concept. Foundational Black Americans get on code and have been in the belly of white supremacy and fought them tooth and nail. You dig? They know we stand on business. They know we're phenomenal people. Yes, indeed. But let me answer a few more questions, family, and then I'm going to get out of here. Because I've been on here two hours and 2 minutes. And I'm hungry as hell. I see. That's why I don't like, staying up too late, family. I get to stand up too late. Then I start munching. Next thing you know, I be big as this wall behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a foodie. So when I start staying up late, that Waffle House be calling my name and these little food trucks that be staying up late at night. I be popping up on the food truck people, scaring the hell out of them. Man, do you have some more of them dumplings? I be, tell me about them dumplings back there. What's in them dumplings? Yeah, I done looked up and I done ordered everything in the goddamn food truck. So that's the thing. Now I'm over here hungry. I've been out here cooking these tethers. Now I'm ready to eat something for real. You dig? When you spend 2 hours cooking, you be ready to eat at the end. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Hold on. 1 second. Let me catch all that. My chat is very behind. Yeah, shout out to Nicodemus. Yeah, Nicodemus, Kansas, man. Shout out to Nicodemus. I think I touch on Nicodemus in 30 Black Wall Streets. I think that's one of my Black Wall Streets I highlight. We got so many, family. I've been thinking about doing a volume 2 of the 30 Black Wall Streets to name 30 more because we have so many. You dig? But I'm trying to think. Do I put Nicodemus? I think I put Nicodemus, Kansas in there. You dig? And Nicodemus is very significant because Nicodemus, they sabotage Nicodemus. Like they sabotaged a lot of our Black Wall Street. See, Tulsa gets a lot of publicity because it was one of the first times that Americans had dropped a bomb on American soil. That was very significant about Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. First time in history of the United States history, they dropped a bomb on American soil on American citizens. Okay. But other places, what they would do, especially like with Black Bottom in Detroit, Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, where I'm from, Overtown down there in Florida, what they would do, they sabotaged them through the Highway Act. Okay. What they did is they ran highways over or through the Black neighborhoods. That was a big thing. A lot of times when you go through a lot of these highway or interstate systems, when you ride through these big cities, a lot of times right underneath that was the prominent Black neighborhoods or the Black Wall Streets, as we call them. So that's how they would sabotage. They had a Highway Act. They would run the highway right through it. And of course, that killed the traffic of the community. It made it difficult to have a business right there because it's like, well, damn, it ain't no traffic right here. You skipping through all the traffic. You see what I'm saying? Nicodemus, back then, what they would do is they would run the railroad around your town. When they wanted to sabotage it, they wouldn't give you a railway stop. So Nicodemus was growing. It was about to prosper. It was on the verge of prospering. And then what they did was they were like, okay, well, the railroad, we said we were going to run it through Nicodemus. Instead, we're going to run it around Nicodemus. So that killed the traffic. And that's what killed Nicodemus, Kansas. So you have to understand these little games that they play. So they didn't always bomb our Black Wall Streets. Yeah, urban renewal. They do the same thing now. Gentrification is a new form of that. They run the highways over the Black neighborhoods, run the streets through there, build the railroads back in the day around them. That's what they do. Nowadays, deprive you of loans. They don't let you start growing unless you have, some white investors. Yeah, that's the thing. So shout out to Nicodemus, Kansas. But I believe I mentioned Nicodemus in the 30 Black Wall Streets. I believe I mentioned them. Yeah, shout out to Truth 1966. So somebody said they just relapsed on it. Empress said she just relapsed on ordering DoorDash. Yeah, man. When I stay up too late, man, I start wanting to munch on stuff, especially when you out here cooking these tethers. You out here cooking these tethers that make you hungry. Goddamn. You need some comfort food after dealing with these tethers. Damn, I might have to get some soul food tonight to get me back rejuvenated with some of that FBA spirit. Find me one of these late night food trucks. You dig? Shout out to Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to all the FBA family. Family, yeah, let me ask you, I got 338 people in here. Is it, family, do y'all think I need to post more? Like shorts and stuff? I don't want to flood y'all with too much content because I be having a lot of stuff I be wanting to drop, but I be trying to take it slowly so the family can get to it. I don't want to overwhelm y'all. Do y'all think I can post more? Could I post 2 or 3 videos a day, or is that too much? Because I don't want to flood y'all with so many posts that you miss important information, important breakdowns. That's the thing too. You dig? Can I post more? Because a lot of people telling me to post shorts too. Because my shorts been going crazy lately. I had a short that did like 200,000 views the other week. I'm like, damn, I didn't realize y'all watch shorts like that. You dig? Oh, you said the freeway runs straight through Greenwood right now. Yeah, absolutely. It runs straight through Greenwood. Are you talking about Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Greenwood, Mississippi? I know it runs through Greenwood, Mississippi as well. They always run the highway through the Black communities, or they'll build an overpass. The overpass was the other trick. They'll run it over the Black neighborhood. So in order to support the Black businesses, you got to go over the overpass, find a little loop around, turn right back around, and come back through. Go under the bridge. Yeah, man. Little things like that. Okay, yeah, said it good. Okay, cool. I might start posting. Yeah, I'm gonna post some more shorts, family. I'm gonna post some more shorts for the family, especially on weekends and stuff like that. Yeah, because the shorts, like, I think a lot of people like just little bite-sized information that's packed real tight. You know what I'm saying? The little bite-sized information. Yeah, shout out to Greenville, Mississippi. But listen, family, I'm about to get off of here. It's late night, man. It's 2:30. I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate y'all. Please, 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 if you get an opportunity, if you have some spare change and you want to get up on some more deeper knowledge, go get my books, okay? Go get my books. Even if you want to know about global history, because I do think it's important that we know about global history, whether in the Caribbean, whether in Africa, because that helps us better understand systematic white supremacy in different ways that they attack, different ways that they sabotage. I think that's very important as well. In different ways, some people have combated white supremacy. So go get all of my books, family. And the reason I tell y'all to do that is because this is still, I don't own YouTube. White man owns YouTube. You dig? I just got a channel on here. At any time when he get tired of me talking, he can snap his fingers and my channel be gone. So go get the books, family. Go get the knowledge, wisdom, and information in the books. And not only get them, read them and spread it to the next generation. I got 6 children's books as well. So make sure you spread it to the next generation and make sure you build on the information in the book. When you read them 30 Black Wall Streets, I know you know about a Black Wall Street I don't even have in there. Contact me, let me know, or write your own version. You dig? It's all love at the end of the day. But until next time, family, y'all know what it is, man. The books are on Amazon as well. If you want to get them, shit, they probably have it to you tomorrow. You know, Amazon don't play. Amazon about they paper. When there's some paper on the line, they're gonna get you your book fast, same day. Shit, you order something, go to the bathroom, come back, somebody ringing the doorbell with your package. Amazon don't play about that. So, you know, if you want it real fast, go get it from Amazon. But until next time, family, y'all know what it is. It's your brother Chase. Peace and Black power. And never forget, despite what these people say, FBA, you are phenomenal, phenomenal people. Talk to y'all next time. I'm out.